It's a gorgeous day and we are headed to Dollar Tree. We are in search for these wood bead little mini garlands that you can find already thread on a string. Love using these to either pull them apart or use them just like this. Today we're going to use it to try to recreate this Pottery Barn $99.50 wood bead garland. I think we can do it and it's so easy. We don't have to do much to it, but I will want to change this string just so it doesn't look as authentic to the original one. So we're going to remove it. We're going to replace it with this jute string. I'm going to thread it on a stitching needle because it'll be so much easier to thread it right through the little holes. And once I have all the beads threaded in, then we are going to remove the original string and keep the one that we are using. Now, again, this does not require much, but I will want to distress it just a little bit by dry brushing some paint, and we'll do that here in just a minute. All right, so now that the beads are nice and inserted, we are going to loop each end, again, like the original, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to leave a little bit of room in between the beads so that we can curl them and roll them around as needed. All right, so then we're going to distress them. Like I mentioned, I'm just going to add a very little paint on my brush, and we're just going to add here and there, dry brushing it. This is going to give it a little bit of distressed look, and it's going to dry really quickly. Let me remind you what the original looked like, which was so easy to recreate, I think, in my opinion. Gorgeous, but way too expensive. And this is mine, and I think I nailed it. I don't know. It is so easy. Doesn't even require a lot of effort, but I love the way it looked. But let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to take one of these plastic party trays. You can find them in the party aisle year round. We're going to try to create this very beautiful ceramic tray by Pottery Barn. And excuse the resolution, I have no clue what is happening here with my camera, but I have to leave it because I want to show you the step by step, but I promise you it gets better. All right, we are going to take several paints from Waverly Chalk Paint. We're going to take this sandstone one. We're going to take Gray Elephant by Waverly, and we're also going to do the hazelnut. But first, we're going to thicken it up with a little baking soda. And when I mean a little, I mean like I went way overboard. So just add as needed. This is going to make it very thick, almost like a paste, and it's going to make it look like that ceramic look. I give it one coat by brushing it on, and then I'm going to do a second coat by tapping it. This is going to give it tons more texture, and it's going to give it a really, really nice ceramic or even stone look. Now is when I'm going to bring in those extra couple colors. Now, this is the kind of project you just have to trust the process, okay? Literally take your time because so many points in the middle of this, I was like, okay, I ruined it. This is messed up. No, just keep going. The entire thing I tapped, not brushed, okay? Keep that in mind. So I added the hazelnuts and I'm just going to keep mixing it with the sandstone here and there. Again, just follow your instinct. I had the picture of the original in front of me so that I was able to mimic it as close as possible. Is it going to be the same? Absolutely not. But it's going to be very close and it's probably my favorite from today. All right, so I added some of the elephant gray and then I'm just going to start mixing it with the sandstone again. And again, just blend and tap until you have what you're looking for. And that's exactly what I did here. All right, so I'm just adding the final tabs here and you can tell how gorgeous this is looking. You can seal it if you want. I didn't, but let me remind you what the original looked like, which is a gorgeous ceramic tray, but it's way too expensive at around 120 or 49. Love the way mine turned out. Oh my gosh, wait until you see it side by side. Gorgeous. Let me know what you think down in the comments. This next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to try to recreate this $250 lantern. Now, Dollar Tree has tons of lanterns available, especially during the summer season. And I already had purchased one that had the black finish and it was also solar. Now, it had a candle inside, but I think it still works. So let me quickly remind you again of what the original looked like, which is we just saw it like a few seconds ago. It's a black finish, it's solar, and here's the one from Dollar Tree. Is it exactly the same? No, but I already had it on hand, so it was technically free. Love it, but here's my side by side look. All right, so for this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I'm going to try to recreate this watercolor leaf frame art that is super expensive at Pottery Barn. And we're going to take one of the frames from Dollar Tree. They have an entire selection. Probably every Dollar Tree has it. And I'm going to go on my Canva account and I'm just going to take some watercolor leafy designs that they have. And I'm just going to print it in the size of the frame that I have, which is an 8 by 10. I'm going to remove the plastic, of course. Now, there's not much that needs to be done. It actually looks pretty similar to the inspiration one, but I do want to add a little golden trim to the inside. So I'm going to remove everything. And while I was removing things, I realized that the little cardboard portion on the inside was just sliding a little too much. So I'm just going to hot glue that in place. And that way it's going to be nice and sturdy and secure. And then I'm just going to add that little gold trim and I'm just going to use a gold marker. If you don't have this, skip it. It does not matter. But I thought since I have it, I might as well do it. So I'm just going to add it on the inside trim as best as I can. And this is just going to, again, make it look very similar to the inspiration. Now, once this is done, we're done, friends. We just got to put everything together. So I'm just going to place everything back on the design that I created on Canva. I am going to tape it because it's going to keep it nice and just kind of sturdy in there, but it's not needed, I suppose. And I am going to place everything back in it, even the little original paper that it had, just to make it nice and thick. And then, of course, you want to secure all those little tabs as best as you can. Now, you can put it on a surface or you can hang it on the wall. But let me remind you what the original looked like at $250 or almost $250. And this is mine. I think I nailed it. The art is not exactly the same. Of course it's not. However, I think it's very similar. And here's the side-by-side look. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, I am going to try to recreate something very similar to this beautiful vase from Pottery Barn. And we're headed to the vase aisle. They have so many options, but I already had this one that I used for a winter kind of Christmassy craft. And I'm going to just try to create a similar look to the original one. All right, so we're going to take this wood filler. It is pink, but it'll dry white kind of. And I'm going to do it nice and thick. And then I'm going to take a skewer stick and I'm going to make lines horizontally. I wish I would have had a hair pick or something better to keep the lines straighter and thinner. I didn't, so I just did the best I could with it. And it worked out really well. So once I had the bottom done, then I moved on to the top portion. And I'm just going to keep covering the entire thing. And then, of course, I want to take the skewer stick again, and I just want to make those lines. Now, you don't have to make lines like this. You can make any design you want, to be honest with you. But again, I'm trying to keep the similar design as the inspiration piece. All right, so now that the piece is so dry, I think semi-dry, but most of it is dry, I'm going to remove some of those little pieces that are just kind of falling off. They're dry and they're just going to fall off. So I'm just going to rub it around. And once I had it clean and dusted, I'm going to give it 1.5 coats of white chalk paint by Waverly. And when I mean 1.5, I mean like one full one and then just another one wherever is needed. And then, of course, you want to let that dry. Now, let me remind you what the original inspiration looked like. It ran from about $49 to about $129. Gorgeous piece. And then this is mine. Is it exactly the same? Absolutely not. But I think it really does have the same feel to it and look and style. But let me know what you think down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take another solar lantern. This one's $499, friends. We're going to use some of these cutting mats. I love using these for crafts, and we're going to pair with the same lantern that we used earlier that we did nothing to. All right, so I had several pieces left over. I'm just going to cut them, and I'm going to cut 4 pieces, one for each side of the lantern. I'm just kind of dry fitting them, and then I'm just going to cut the excess as needed. The beautiful thing about this is that you can just slide them in, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I cut 4 pieces about the same size, and I'm just going to sliding them. You see that I'm going to start going kind of like upwards, folding as needed, and then just sliding down. That is it, my friends. Such a fun craft. I did similar one for fall. I did the same steps, and I added little ghost vinyl faces, and it was so cute. But this is just to kind of make it similar to the original, and let me remind you what that looked like. It's a beautiful solar lantern, but it was $499. And this one I already had on hand, and I believe it cost me about $5 at the time when I got it. And using the cutting mats was perfect. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to try to recreate this beautiful outdoor pillow. It was about $79. Now, Dollar Tree has so many little fabric bundles you can buy with different designs, and I usually have many in my stash. I usually have a regular style fabric and then one that's a little bit more fuzzy. But for this one, we're going to go with this Walmart one that I found several years ago. I had this leftover from a long time ago. And we're going to use it because I think it kind of mimics the original design. This little pillow I have had for so long, and I have resurfaced pretty much for every season. And I did one for fall, but let's do one here with this fabric. All right, so then we're just going to start cutting. This is just preliminary cuts just to kind of get the excess fabric out the way. Then we're going to fold it nice and neat, and we're just going to make nice straight lines and cuts using the rotary cutter, which makes it so much easier. Now, I am not making a pillowcase that's going to be sealed on all 4 sides. I'm going to make mine a little different because it's easier to pull on and off if I want to change it for the seasons. All right, so once I had everything cut to size, I'm going to kind of iron just the seams just to make a nice straight seam. And then I'm going to use hot glue. I'm not going to sew. You can sew if you want. I know some of you are going to be cringing and saying, why don't you just sew it? And yes, I have a sewing machine. However, it just takes too long to set it up, and this is just a decorative pillow. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to look really cute, and it's going to do the work for the season. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing to the one of the sides, and then we are going to kind of dry fit it, hot glue one little end, remove the pillow, and then we're going to hot glue it and finish it off. Then we're going to flip it inside out, and that's when we're going to try to just finish one side. The other side we're going to leave just with the seams, but we're going to leave open. And I'm going to show you how we're going to close it. All right, once this end is nice and sealed, we're going to flip it right back to the front. And we are going to add some straps. We're going to take more of the same fabric and cut about 1.5 inch pieces. And we're going to just fold them to create nice straps. And I'm going to iron and hot glue them. And I'm going to make 2 of them. Once I had the straps nicely done, I'm going to hot glue them on each side. So we're just going to loop them to each side, and then we're just going to cut them. And that way we're going to have 2 straps on each side so that we can tie them. I'm using hot glue again, but don't forget, you can sew if you choose. All right, once I have them, like I said, I'm just going to cut them, and then we're going to insert the pillow, and it's going to fit so good, my friends. Like, this is on the first try. I am not lying to you. It worked out so well. And then we're going to use the straps, and we're just going to tie it. Does the original have the ties? No. But again, we just want to look for the feel of it, the nice design of it, and to look as similar as possible. This is the original. It was $79.50. Gorgeous pillow, but I really love mine too. It was a fraction of the cost. I can use it for the season and then change it up for any other season. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Don't forget, let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.